Welcome back to another special edition of the Hockey Nation Live Show. We're going to go to all the breaking news in NHL on Monday, April 26, 2021, and also the preview Montreal Canadiens against the Calgary Flames for the third time in 4 nights. Don't go nowhere. Welcome back again for another breaking news. All the news around the NHL today on Monday, April 26. We have a lot going on around the league. We have retirement players. We have injuries, a lot of injuries also. And then, of course, the Montreal Canadiens play tonight. And before we start, I just want to remind you, don't forget we have a live stream at 6:30 tonight for the game between the Calgary Flames and the Montreal Canadiens. So let's start right away about what's going happening tonight. And let's go right here. First of all, we start with a 3-star of the week. So of course, number one, a star, the first star, Patrick Marleau. First, because why, coach? Well, he did something special. First, he became the number one all-time gameplay leader in NHL this week. Last week, past number 2 was Gordy Orr. So congratulations to Patrick Marleau. The NHL always mentioned for the first star of the weeks, the first star of the front line, and this week is going to be Jane Vergara from the clinical nurse education generalist. So congratulations to Jane to be the first star with Patrick Marleau. The second star of the week, we have to go with Cam Talbot for the Minnesota Star. 3-0-0, another great performance at Talbot. Minnesota is on fire, number 3 in the West Division, and they're looking amazing with also the rookie Kaprizov. Well, today is his birthday, so we wish him an happy birthday to Kirill Kaprizov. Finally, number 3 from the Florida Panthers, the star of the week, Jonathan do. He played a full game. He have 1 goal, 6 assists, 7 points. Him and Barca right now carry on that team since the beginning of the year. Another team like Minnesota amazingly do an amazing great year in the Central Division. Right now they are fighting for the first place. They are number 2 in the Central Division behind the Carolina Hurricanes. They finally beat them Saturday night for the second time only in 8 games this season. So congrats again for Roberto, Talbot, and of course Patrick Marleau. And finally for the front line, Jane Vergara. And the schedule tonight on Monday, we have an 8 game on the program. 6:30 Montreal Canadiens play at Calgary at 6:30, like I mentioned. I just want to invite you, don't forget our live stream. Every time the Montreal Canadiens are on the ice, the Hockey Nation Live Show with Coach Frenchy doing a live stream. You can go on YouTube channel or a Facebook page under Hockey Nation Live Show. That's where we're going to find our live stream. And I can wait. This is the 3rd time in the last 4 nights. Montreal lost the first 2 games. The Calgary chasing them behind. So it'll be very interesting how Montreal is going to react tonight. And I have a big news at the end of this video about something could happen for the Montreal Canadiens tonight. 7 o'clock, we have 2 games. The Colorado Avalanche are in St. Louis Blues for a 3rd game. And then at 7 o'clock, the Vancouver Canucks are in Ottawa Senator. And 7:30, Carolina play against the Dallas Stars. 8 o'clock, the Panthers are in Nashville. 9 o'clock, the Edmonton are in Winnipeg. 10 o'clock, Anaheim and Los Angeles Kings. And at 10:30, the Arizona play at San Jose. So that gives you an idea. You have a lot of things going on in NHL tonight at fun hours. We're going to do a double header tonight. What are you talking about, Coach? After the game, Montreal Canadiens, we're going to go jump on the Panthers, visit the Nashville Predator, and also we're going to follow up with the game in Edmonton and Winnipeg at some point. So it'll be very interesting. Just jump with us, talk about the live stream. We'll be there. This is the schedule of the weeks for each team in NHL. I just showed this to you. If you want to see every game for each team, maybe your favorite team, pause the video, and you can see how many games they play. Some teams have like again 4 games per week, a back-to-back game for them, and also some other team have played only 3 games, and and Columbus play only 2 games this week. So would be interesting about that part. So I just want to share with you. I think it's a great way to see how the team can perform during the weeks. The next one I want to mention to you is today we have a new breaking news in NHL. Andre Shaw retired today, announced his retirement as a hockey professional player after 10 years in the NHL, all because of his health issues with a concussion. I create a video only about him today, so you can watch him on the YouTube channel under Hockey Nation Live Show. That's where you're going to find Andre Shaw video. And also, I just want to invite you, don't forget we have the Power Ranking every Monday with Coach Frenchy about the NHL team from 31 to 1. And this is, again, it's everything about the Hockey Nation Live Show YouTube channel. The next breaking news I want to talk about is a couple of big news in the NHL and the agreement with the NBC. Honestly, it's not an agreement. That's the NBC announced they're not going to return to be the NHL TV network primary. We know the NHL have an agreement already with ESPN. We thought maybe NBC is going to follow up with maybe the secondary network hockey. But since 2005 or 06, they provide and carry on the hockey NHL on the network sport. But unfortunately, this is the end of the between both parties. And we heard maybe TNT is going to join the NHL. It's something we're going to follow up with you. But this is a big news, honestly, between for the NHL today. The next breaking news, we want to talk about this. We have to talk about a milestone. First goal alert, the Tampa Bay Lightning's the players Alex Barry-Boulet of the Bulls got his first goal in NHL last night. The Bulls won 4-3 against the Columbus Blue Jackets and OT. So congratulations to Barry-Boulet to get his first goal in NHL. The next one I want to talk about is a couple of injuries around the league. Bad news for the Calgary Flames. They lost for the end of the season. The defenseman Noah Affinen, after a check on Corey Perry, he need a surgery on the left shoulder, so he's going to be out for sure until the end of the season. And we'll see how long it will take for him to be back of course, at the beginning of the next season. But again, this is a blowout for the Calgary Flames. The next injury is talking about the Brendan Saad with the Colorado Avalanche. The Colorado Avalanche announced today he's going to missing at least a minimum of 2 weeks, maybe 4 weeks. The forward, Brendan Saad. Brendan have already this year 24 points and 44 games with 15 goals and 9 assists. Another one I want to talk about is the Winnipeg Jets. Announced this from the coach, Paul Morris. They lost until at the end of the season, and maybe you should be ready to come back for the playoff. Nikolai Heller got out with upper body injury, a UBI. So he's happening again with a collision with the defenseman for the Leaf, Jake Mason, during the last game Saturday night. Then finally, we know the Montreal Canadiens play tonight, so I want to give you a couple of preview for the game between the Flames and the Calgary and the Montreal Canadiens. First of all, this is the last game between both teams. The Calgary lead by 6-2 this series. Unbelievable what they did against the Montreal Canadiens. Can the Montreal beat them tonight? We'll see what's happening. The goals for 23-13 advantage, the Calgary Flames. The shot also 250, again 200 for the Flames. The power play, Montreal 3-21, and the Flames are 4-22, and the minute penalty 64 for the Montreal Canadiens is 62 for the Calgary Flames. Since the beginning of the year, Calgary is 21-23-3. At home, they are 12-10-1. Away, 9-13-2. The last 10 game, they are 5-5-0, and the differential is -10. And the shutout so far is 1-1. For Montreal Canadiens, 20-17-9. They are at home 10-10-2. Away 10-7-7. They are only 3-7-0 the last 10 games, and they have a differential of -1 and a shootout of 1-3. Just give you a couple information about the game tonight. Allen versus Markstrom. What do we expect? The special team Montreal, they are 21-24. For the Calgary, they are 18-12. Goals for 13, and the goal again 16 for Montreal. For the Calgary Flame, 22nd for goals for and 17 for goal again. And finally, on face-off, 13 in NHL for Calgary and only 25th for the Montreal Canadiens. The stat for the team, a little bit more talented to have the most goal at 24, with the most point at 35. The Theo Shea Weber at 22-43, and most goal winning by the goaltender Carey Price is at 12. For the Calgary Flames, Alfonso Goudreau at 17 goal, Lingham 40 point, Giordano 22 minutes and 43 seconds, and then Markstrom has 17 win as a goaltender. The last 10 game Montreal Canadiens of 3-7-0 I mentioned earlier, only 18 goal for an average of 1.80, and they gave double more goal, 36 for a 3.60 goal average per game, and then the power play only 3-27, and also the PK is 5th and 28. But I want to mention the biggest news. This is about 4:45, 90 minutes before the game start. Cole Caulfield should be in the lineup for the Montreal Canadiens. So follow up with me and live stream. I'm going to give you all those information. But we expect Cole Caulfield in the lineup tonight. Talking about the rookies, I mentioned to you, Byfield for the Los Angeles Kings got a call up from the American Hockey League to join the taxi squad for the Los Angeles Kings. I believe this is going to be until the end of the season. Can he play tonight for the Kings? That's the question I will ask you tonight. With something we're going to follow up, of course, with the Hockey Nation live show. That's conclude all the breaking news we have on the Monday, April 26, 2021, with the Hockey Nation live show with Coach Frenchy. And like we like to do at the end of each video, first, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and the Hockey Nation live show. And of course, you have what? Before that, oh yeah, don't forget, please look under video we have right now for you, and check other video we produce every single day for you. And finally, you have what? Greatness inside of you. Thanks again to watching the Hockey Nation Live Show. Have an amazing, great day, everybody. Bonne journée, mes amis. On se reparle plus tard.